think it was me. I think it was me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back, OSLP family.
What?
Yes, you are listening to Our Sleeved Life, and I'm Kelly.
I'm Mel.
Yeah.
We're
and
doing reintroduction?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought I'd try something new.
I like it.
Yeah.
Fuck, we're not around each other.
Not at all.
Jesus
We
Christ.
have Miss Curvy Kittens, Miss Nikki.
Hello.
Part two.
Part two, because there was so much that we could
So
not
much.
fit in to the
No.
last
And
one.
so much more.
Yes.
Yes.
Love it.
And I think when we were talking before we started recording, guys, and if you're on Patreon, you already know,
That's right.
but Miss Nikki has another reason why she had the surgery.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
tell us all about that.
Okay, so my dad's side of the family is pretty obese.
Mhm.
We all are, and so there's tons of complications. And my dad weighed over 400 pounds, had
Wow.
diabetes, high blood cholesterol, like so much I don't know. Actually, my dad passed away.
Oh,
Yeah, he got pancreatic cancer
wow.
when I was 14. So I kind of dropped out of high school. I was just like,
Wow.
F this. I want to spend time with my dad. I was a daddy's girl. So that's what I did. And I moved to Washington State for him to pass away living with his sister. So he can just like be more peaceful.
Yeah.
So, I just begged my mom because my mom had more custody of me.
Okay.
And so I was like, I promise I'll go to school. Like, I just want to be with him. They said he only had a year to live.
Wow.
So, yeah. So I went up there. I just turned 15. And so that was like a huge, I don't know how far you want me to go into that because that's a whole really crazy story and got me
Well, when
on
you
an
say
adventure.
Crazy story,
really crazy.
we kind of want to know now.
Side
If you say
story.
crazy
It's
story.
fine.
Side stories are always fine on this pod.
Okay, cool. Well, get ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Buckle up.
So I lived with my dad over there at my Aunt Sharon's house. I was treated like Cinderella.
Aw.
And I had to do everything. And then I don't know, she wasn't so nice. I never really knew her before, and my dad's brother flew in from Australia. He lived there for 26 years, or Tasmania to be exactly.
Wow.
And I never met him. So I was super stoked. He was coming in and he was awesome. But then it was like him and his sister ganged up and they ganged on us. And I can't stress enough how much of a daddy's girl I am that I would sleep with my dad. I don't care. He has a year to live. Like my aunt, who's an atheist, went to our church to say that my dad was molesting me.
Oh no.
I was So, I just turned 15 and all this is happening within like probably a month and a half I was there. Cause of course I went to school. I dropped out then cause I was F that, like, hello.
Yeah.
So then my uncle basically called the cops saying my dad kidnapped me. And my aunt I'm sorry, I'm all over the board because I'm just trying to like get through it quickly, I guess.
No, don't take your time.
Take your time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So deep breath.
Okay. I am like shaking.
Yeah. Amped up.
Yeah.
I am because, I thought I hated before, but I learned how to hate through that way because that's a whole different level. But yeah, I don't know. She just was going after my dad, wanting all his disability checks, all this stuff. And she didn't like that he said no. So she kicked us out. We were living in my dad's Lincoln Town car.
Wow.
And so, I've been homeless a couple of times. Okay. It's nothing new to me. I spent my 12th birthday in the car. But that was the most memorable thing because I knew my dad didn't have money, but he still got that cupcake and we celebrated.
Aww.
Yeah. So, I don't need a lot of things in my life. Like I cherish the very little things.
I love it.
Well, they're important. The little things is what gets you through the day. Like,
yes.
100%.
I mean, I joke around that I'm bougie because I am, but when it comes down to like the important things, like, like family, your friends that stick by you, your significant other that is like your number one cheerleader, you know, those are the things that matter. Versus,
and see, that's what my dad taught me, like the little time that I had with him, because so let me just jump back.
Okay.
So she kicked us out. We're homeless. Our church found out, you know, well, not found out. My dad went to them. He didn't want to, but like, obviously we have to.
Yeah.
And they put us in a hotel for a week to try to figure out what we can do. Because at that time, I was just turned 15, driving my dad to his chemo and radiation appointments.
Wow.
I didn't have a permit, nothing, but I knew how to drive. My dad taught me when I was 11. So I you know, I did what I had to do with what we had, because they didn't help us out afterwards. So we were in the hotel, and God, I want to say my third day in, there's a knock at the door really loud. And at this point, my dad had, he was still pretty big. He did lose some weight because he was in the hospital prior to us moving up there for 3 months, because that's when we found out he had pancreatic cancer. Wow. Which they also found a tumor in his brain then too. So like, and he stopped eating. He lost 180 pounds. I would like bring him anything he ever wanted every single day, just trying to get him to eat. Yeah. And plums and nectarines were it. He finally did, and then he got discharged. So he, you know, got enough back up to be discharged. Okay. And that's when we moved. Okay. So the knockout, so he's radiation. He has something going straight to his heart. Okay. So he has his bag, but he can't wear it because he's still too big. Oh. Yes. So he has to hold it, basically a fanny pack around everywhere. We get this knock on the door about 7:30 a.m. He's going to the door and he goes, just wait a second. I'm putting on a shirt because it's very aggressive. It was the cops, because my uncle called the cops on him saying he kidnapped me. They're pointing taser guns at us and demanding him to drop his bag or they'll shoot. And I'm just screaming on the top of my lungs, please don't shoot. That's going straight to his heart. Yeah. Like, I can't have this happen in front of me. Yeah. So they luckily didn't, you know, like I whatever they said, I complied, like, because they just wanted me.
Oh, they just want to take you out of the situation.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I'll go. I have no problem going. Like, I already knew it was happening. I'm not a fan of my uncle.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You would just wait. You're gonna learn to like that word, hate more. Oh man. It took a lot to forgive. So yeah, I got taken away and was put in child protective services, living in foster homes, not for long, but that's where I was put immediately. And then my dad was taken to court. I had to go, but I guess I wasn't supposed to be in the room, and I was, because the judge was saying that. And I was like, I'm right here. And they're like, take her out. And after that court hearing was adjourned, that was the last time I ever saw my dad.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I just remember that we were partying. If I was going with my uncle, I'd be fine. I gave him whatever money I had in my pockets because I knew he needed it more than me. Aww. So that was the last time I saw my dad. I just turned 15.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
You are a very strong woman to go through all of that.
Seriously. My goodness.
Yeah. I give you props.
Thank you. I know all my close friends are like, you should really write a book. And I was like, I can't write, but maybe I should talk to someone.
You know what? Don't say that you can't write, because I went so long hating writing and thinking I suck at it.
All right. Well, I said you and I have a lot in common. So take your advice.
And Kelly over here is like, Melanie, you got to write everything. Like you
really
need to write.
do. I actually just pulled out a journal so I can just start writing every day.
Just write it down. I mean, even if it's just for yourself.
Yeah, because I don't realize like the memories until I talk about it sometimes. Like,
yeah, absolutely. So because why would you think about the bad things? Like, I understand. Like, because I have a crazy ass family too, and it's like, no, we leave that over there.
Yep.
We compartmentalize very fucking well.
Well, and that's why this podcast has been such a huge help for you.
Yeah. 100%.
Because she does compartmentalize
almost everything,
her entire life. Yeah. And so once we talk about it, it kind of helps her to move past that.
It helps me process it, because I didn't realize I wasn't processing. I was just moving it to the next box.
Yep.
Yeah. And you're older, you're more mature. You're trying to, Because oh yeah, little rebel me. There's a reason I got sent away. Like, I was very out of control.
Yeah, well, that makes sense why that's a different, like another why to have on the table. Like you didn't want to.
Well, I mean, having your daughter and seeing your dad go through all of that, like you want to make sure that you're healthy and you're there for your daughter, like 100%. Whereas, like, unfortunately, your dad wasn't.
Yeah, because I know he would always say how sorry he is. And like, even though he would joke and we'd be at the beach and he'd be like, push me back in the water, I'm Shamu. Like, you know, like, he was always joking. And that's why like I joke and my husband, of course, would get mad at me. And I'm like, whatever, like I'm used to joking like that.
Yeah.
And like,
you want to be funny.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm not so.
It is a defense. It is. That's ricochet.
That's why I flick all the jokes. You're right. We're all like,
yep. You kind of just make a joke about it and then move past it.
Yeah. That's how we process it.
You guys are so alike. It's crazy.
No, like really, every time I listen to a new one, I'm like, yeah,
I love it.
Yes.
Just like the hot, cold water thing. I didn't even think or understand that until I listened to that. Yeah. And now I've been like wondering, I'm like, oh my God, it is easier. And then like sometimes I'm like, oh, it's not. Because when I'm working and I'm active, that's when I want my cold water and I can 100%. Drink it. But if it's mellow, relaxed, I can't. I rather drink like lukewarm or room temperature. I mean.
Yeah. I drink hot tea all day. And then when I go to work, I drink cold.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Cause
it's funny. Cause I'm like, I had no clue until I switched to tea from coffee because, you know, you can't have coffee for 30 days after, or that's what mine was.
Yeah.
And I tried tea and I was like, oh, this is way easier than cold.
It is. I'm such an idiot.
I need to do that because coffee upsets my tummy anyway. Like I keep trying, but I'm like, it just doesn't work. Maybe it'll work like in a year or something, but I'll just go back to it because cottage cheese never used to work for me. And now I'm like, oh, that's like my number one thing right now.
Can't get enough of it.
Yeah. All the time.
That would probably be the one food. I think everybody has one where like you just can't eat it anymore because you ate it too much.
Yeah.
Like, during the protein part, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And then I just do salt and pepper, and then I switched to like actual fruit with it.
Oh yeah.
And that was pretty good. And then I'm like, one day I was just like, I can't do it. Like the look of it made me disgusted. I was like, nope, not even that. I don't know where it came from.
I couldn't do almost anything in the beginning though, because I would just throw up.
Oh yeah.
Almost anything. So I did like liquid stage for 2 months.
Oh,
so
geez. That's right. She was telling that on the part one.
Yep.
That's kind of I think where we left off was really like after you were finally like all back to normal.
Yes.
And started your actual journey, like because how long I can't remember. I'm sorry. What was your date?
September 24th.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of last year.
Yes.
Okay. So September last year, and go back and listen to part one because it is very important to catch up on her story.
I would hope so, y'all. So we put it back to back to make it easy for you.
Yeah, because there's a lot there. I mean, you have had a crazy journey. So everybody go stop what you're doing, go listen to part one. And then let's continue.
Yes.
So after you were feeling better and you were done with liquids, how was your post-op after that?
Yeah. What were like new fun things? What were...
Oh, my favorite like parade thing was the mashed potatoes from KFC.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I still have not had KFC.
But that's like the only thing I had.
I'm not a fan of KFC, I'm sorry.
No, I only did it for the mashed potatoes because like but like I was not thinking proper. I was not prepared enough. No one prepared me enough because I'm having ramen broth.
Yeah.
I'm not, like that's no, please don't do that. That is so much sodium. There's no, like, I didn't add protein, nothing.
Yeah. You didn't even put the protein
you don't
powder.
know. Yeah. Like it's so hard.
And I was so broke. I was so broke. I could barely afford protein shakes that when I would go see my doctor in the very beginning, I say doctor because I only went 3 times afterwards.
Yeah.
They would give me free ones and she liked me so much that she would just give me like 6 at a time of the waters and protein and give me the vitamins. And I'm like, thank you so much. Cause she knew that I was like in this limbo between San Diego because my insurance canceled, 4 days before insurance or the surgery.
Yeah.
So she's the one that helped me with all that. So she knew everything I was already going through. So she would help out as much as she can.
That's
awesome.
That's an amazing support, because when you can't afford, like, especially with the surgery, I mean, there are certain things that they're expensive.
You just have to have.
Yeah. Protein shakes are so expensive.
Even just the vitamins.
Yeah.
Because no one do what I did. Take your vitamins.
Take your vitamins, drink your water.
I didn't do it for like a month and a half because I was just so sick and like nothing would stay down, and like
because you weren't taking your vitamins.
Yeah, well, like I eat everything.
Just saying, you weren't taking your vitamins.
I wasn't taking vitamins. I wasn't getting protein. I mean, because at the ER they told me I was extremely malnourished and dehydrated.
Oh, yeah.
I went through so many bags of like liquid IV, just
fluid. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Well, and it's difficult in the beginning. I mean,
it's already hard in general.
Exactly, and then you add on top of the fact that you lost your baby, and all of those like severe things that happened, and then
they affected me and my
living.
Yes,
definitely, and not being able to keep anything down. I mean, that's just basic. I mean, that's hard all in itself. So, and then you add all the
stressors,
and the trauma, on top of it. So nobody's judging you here for being malnourished. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. And I mean, people all the time, I see they have to go into the hospital because they're dehydrated.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very, very hard to keep liquids down.
There was a moment where I thought we were going to have to go.
Yeah.
So it only happened one time. It was right after Janine Brady.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I had cramps all up and down my body and legs. Like, it was not fun.
Yeah.
It was painful.
When you're in the sun all day and walking around and acting.
I was only 3 months post-op, and
that's right.
I only had like maybe a bottle of water, or maybe 2.
Oh God. Yeah, that was me.
It went all day. Yeah. And I was just cramping like a motherfucker. So
I just remember the horror stories that you told me. And so I made sure that I had my water. Like, I was like, even if I have to sip on this for the rest of my life, I'm going to get my water.
It's so freaking important. It's ridiculous.
It is.
See, that's why I turned to online, because I'm like, I don't really have anyone. I have my best friend's mom who had it, 9 years ago, my sister who had it 10 years ago. But I mean, I can only get so much from them.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And when you don't feel like super connected to your office, it's really hard to find that support.
Yeah.
I 100% love Instagram purely for the weight loss surgery community.
Yeah. I've never had anything bad or negative, nothing. That's why I started Wrinkle Wednesday.
I love that. I love it.
I just I don't know. I've never felt like so good about, I mean, I have before because I went to weight loss boarding school. So like I have, well, not this size, but I was 166. That was the lowest I got. And I felt great then, even at 180, but like, I don't know. You just feel different. It's all mental. It's like, I call it a mind fuck. You have to get over that. Like, it's so hard. You just gotta keep pushing through.
Yes, I love your Wrinkle Wednesdays. I think it's perfect because
we are
not perfect.
No.
Right? No one is.
Nope.
And you may look it on the outside because everyone judges that way, but it's like, no. My life is not perfect.
Right?
Yes.
Well, like, as my stories, you already hear what's happening, and you would have probably never guessed just looking at me.
Exactly. Well, and I think Instagram has a habit of you always put your best foot forward. So you're always showing the best part of you.
Yeah.
But there's so much behind the scenes that people don't see.
Oh yeah.
And it's really hard. I mean, because you'll look at somebody and be like, wow, they have a perfect life. No, I guarantee you they do not have a perfect life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I think also as you get older, like, I don't remember how old you are, but like, we're in our 30s, going to mid 30s.
Oh, like, don't say that.
I know.
Oh, man.
33, turning 34.
Nope, I'm 33.
Oh, yeah, no, you're 34. That's right. You're a little older than me.
No, I'm 33.
I'm 31. I turn 31 next month.
Okay, so you're in you're in your 30s
I think
too.
you start losing your 30s at like, you don't fucking care.
No.
We just don't care.
Yeah.
It's
It's totally different from the feels back then.
Yeah, like when I see these people that I actually just laugh at the people that try to be too perfect.
Yes.
I was like, huh, okay, cool.
Yes.
That's not real. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, people can see through that bullshit. Like,
yeah.
no. And you can't, I don't even think someone is being perfect. I'm like, I know what goes on behind closed door for me. So
yeah, right.
Like I know better than fucking anybody. So yeah, we all have the same shit. We just look different.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. I don't care if you wear a fucking suit or just like shorts every day. Like we're all the fucking same, dude.
Yes.
Same problems.
Definitely. They may be a little bit different. Everybody's journey is a little bit different, but nobody's life is completely perfect. There's always going to be something.
And with the weight loss community, it's like we've all been on that spectrum. So it's like, no, you're not perfect, neither am I. So why are we acting?
Yeah. I know, and that what drives me crazy. The people that change and then they're just like assholes.
Exactly.
Like I experienced that from other girls in my weight loss boarding school. I'm like, what? You got sent here because you were fat too. Like, we were just working out with each other.
We're the same.
And it's like all the and then it's like, no, bye.
Bitch, bye. That's fine.
Bye, Felicia. I love it.
When do you I'm just gonna not speed this up, but I was like gonna jump to like to today days. Because Halloween's coming up. So what are you doing for Halloween?
Nothing.
Do
you dress up? Do you like doing any of those things?
Dude, I really would, but it's just like where I live now is so depressing. I hate it. And I've been here for over a year.
California's locked down, right?
No, it's not even California. I'll go back to Orange County and I'll be fine. I'm just not happy in San Diego. I live like in the hood. Okay. So like I have, Crip members that live here that will yell at us if we wear red and like, so it's just like, it's really hard if we want to walk sometimes. If when I'm saying I'm walking in the morning, I'm like, have pepper spray on me. Like I have to be careful. Yeah. Like we don't want to be here. We just need to move.
Okay.
So like, it's just hard because it's like, I can't even like updo my place because it doesn't feel homey. So we've been living like in a disaster for, it feels like a year.
No.
Cause you're like, I don't want to unpack them.
We're gonna move. And like, I kind of just got rid of everything. I was like, we're just going to start over. Like we're planning to move and like, we want to move before the end of the year. Like we're really trying within like the next 30 days.
Nice.
So, yeah.
That's exciting.
So like, I'm just getting rid of stuff. I'm like, whatever, we're going to buy everything over. We at least have beds for now. That's all we need. Like, I don't even own a couch right now.
That's what we did. Like when I moved into this house, cause like we had to move into my parents. Not my parents, my dad's gone.
Your mom's.
My mom's.
Yeah.
I still kind of act like they're all there. Anyways.
You're such a nerd.
But yeah, so we moved in with my mom for 3 months. And then we moved into our house. And so we were like, fuck it. Getting rid of everything.
Yeah, you did. We got rid of everything.
Yeah. We literally just kept this memorabilia crap and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm still trying to do. I think my husband's just going to go back to work full time and I'm going to quit.
Okay.
Let me just tell you this because I feel like this needs to be known and I've been thinking about putting it in my stories.
Yes.
Okay. So I have been verbally assaulted at my work 3 times. I reported it twice to my supervisor, which my supervisor told me to report it to HR. And then I had an HR meeting 2 months later to tell me, you never reported this. Well, you needed to tell us. Well, you needed, like, they just kept pointing fingers at me and telling me it was my fault. And then a third one happened once I went back to work after the car crash.
Oh.
And then to find out when I'm looking at my pay stubs that they have not been paying me my correct hours since I started back in January.
Oh, you're going to fight that, right?
Oh, dude, I am so beyond mad. I just don't know who to talk to because like every number I call, they kept telling me to call someone else. And I'm like,
you'll find it. You'll figure it out.
So frustrated. So I'm just like, that's what's going on in my life right now. I just found that out.
So, Stress City.
Dude.
Stress City.
It's so hard to stay positive, but I really practice it.
Good.
Well, yeah. Well, and just since like with the surgery and like losing weight and stuff, like you got to make sure you stay healthy. So then your mind's
yes, I can't be stressed out. It really affects my body.
Yeah.
Like, my husband and I regroup and he's like, it's okay. Like we will get past this. Let's try again tomorrow. Because it's just a lot of, because my schedule's so messed up and things open up at 7 a.m. So I have to stay up in the morning to talk. So I'm always tired.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So when you have these giant stressors in your life, how does your eating change? Does it stay the same? Does it get worse?
I think it gets worse now.
Yeah.
I won't eat. I won't drink.
Okay.
Like I don't realize that I'm not even doing it anymore because I'm so stressed. I'm like hyper focusing on like all the thoughts in my brain.
Yes.
And it's like, I even told my husband, I'm getting super annoyed with like myself that I feel crazy. Like I need to, but also like I told you last time, I'm still really bad about taking my vitamins.
Yeah. We're going to start reminding you daily.
Dude, that's seriously my problem. Because I started recording my water and protein. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I'm like at 100 protein. Like I'm actually doing better. Awesome. Yeah, I'm doing better than what I actually thought. So I'm like, now vitamins. Yes. Like I'm taking magnesium. I'm trying to take like extra stuff because I think I told you guys last time about like zinc for hair. Yes. And I just recently posted too, which a lot of people didn't know, which you guys probably don't. My hairstylist told me you got to switch up your parts because
move them around.
Yep. Or you'll get the receding hairline. So that's why like, I'm like, I don't like the middle, but like, I don't want to get the widow's peak. So like you really switch it up. Like she can't stress it enough.
Didn't know that.
Especially with hair loss. So
because I switched it to this side after surgery.
So you need to switch to the other side.
So now I have to go back to the other side.
Yeah.
Get it together. Or just like move it is what she's saying.
Yeah. Like, cause you just don't want it to sit there. Cause I'll even just keep it where it's flowy. So I can kind of just do it back and forth during the day. So
this is
ever since I learned that, because I don't know, I did not get raised on how to take care of your skin, hair.
No, I didn't know that was a thing. Well, no, I know, right? That's for people that have money. That's what I thought. Right. It's
too pricey to get wrinkle stuff and whatever the stuff that you need. I still don't really know, but
I do BoxyCharm and I get so much skincare.
Yeah.
It's really actually fun because I've actually gotten into skincare of like doing serums and like it's more of a pamper me thing now.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
I know. I literally just posted about that in my stories too. Because I was I need to start doing, I'm trying to show my life more, I guess, because it holds me accountable.
Yes. Exactly.
Like, why would I want to hold myself? And it kind of helps other people. That's why I keep talking. Get your 10,000 steps in a day.
Yes. Come on. Yes. You got this.
Oh, I think I need that. Can you do that for me?
Do it. We'll do vitamins for you. You do 10,000 steps for us.
Okay.
Because I need to get on that bandwagon. I mean,
it's hard.
Miles a day. That's not 10,000.
No, that's not.
No, for me, 10,000 steps like is almost 5 miles.
That's a lot.
Nope. So a 3 mile walking at a leisurely pace would be around like 3,000 steps.
Not for me. I got little legs. It takes.
I got little legs.
No, wait. How tall? 5'5"?
5'4".
Me too.
Oh my gosh, you two are like lost it.
I
separated at birth. That's the word.
With my Apple Watch, when I do 3 miles, I'm at 6,200 and 6,000.
Oh, okay. So you're walking faster than leisurely. Even if you have little legs, you can still be like,
no, that's true.
I can think like, I'm like,
that's what I do. I look, whatever. But yeah, because I know I can really pump it up like that.
That's so funny. I love it. So with your stressing, you tend to go more towards not eating.
Yeah.
Where I know a lot of people, and like me, when I get stressed, I go towards eating.
Yeah. It used to be the opposite before surgery.
Okay.
Oh, so after surgery, this is new.
Dude, something just clicked. Yeah. But I think it's because like in the beginning, I just wasn't hungry. I had no signs of anything. And then it was like 4 months later, I learned, oh, that's what growling is now. That's not a growl. Yeah. So that means I'm hungry. I didn't even know that's what that meant. It took that long to figure it out. And then it was like, I was just too scared to talk about it online or ask people like, hey, does anyone else feel this way? You know, because it's, I'm scared, I'm shy. I don't like now.
No, you don't want to sound dumb or uninformed.
Yeah. And that's everyone's fear. And and then that person going and attacking them or something. Yeah. So,
well, I know for me, like, that's why I didn't talk about it.
Yeah, it was fear.
But no, for me, it wasn't scared. It was like, I'll ask a question to learn something, but for some reason I won't do it like for my own self. Like
for your own benefit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like I like to help everyone else but me.
Yes.
Yeah, like I'm never scared to ask any fucking questions, so I don't know why I was scared back then because I didn't know what the growling weirdness was. I was like, I think that means I'm hungry. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then when I said that to Kellie, Kellie's like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. And I'm like,
I was like, yeah, wait.
I'm a veteran and I don't even know what this fucking means.
It was so funny. Like before we started the podcast, we used to meet weekly and have dinner. And our conversations would be like, do you have this?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like this? Like we literally just like bounced ideas of like random things that happened off of each other.
Yeah. I started calling random people. Like once I was pushing myself out of my comfort zone, So when I would talk to random people, I'm like, hey, you want to just chat instead? Because it's a lot faster and we can kind of like, and I mean, I'm a person, I don't like to chat. Like my uncle gave me phone anxiety. So like I would always be terrified. Like that's why I have the huge anxieties because of my uncle.
Yeah.
So
son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know, right?
Do you have a therapist or are you going to get a therapist?
I'm still waiting for my insurance.
Okay. Okay.
But if you haven't,
I used to be in therapy since I was like 6.
Okay.
Like I enjoy it. I know it's good to talk to someone else who doesn't know you and like all that. Like,
and I'm not trying to psychoanalyze you, but I was just thinking that like, because you said after the surgery is when you started like not eating or drinking water or taking your vitamins. It's like, it seems like you're trying to punish yourself.
No, I was really bad even taking birth control before. Like,
okay. I'm just like why? I was like, because you'll have a stressor and then you want to not like furnish yourself. Like you're not giving yourself fuel.
Yeah. So like, you know what I realize is like, obviously I know we're not supposed to be drinking.
Right.
So, and like I bought wine. I had a little, I put it away. It was fine. I had 2 friends die because they, drank too much after surgery. So I'm very aware of it and it scares me. And also my mom's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
So like I had some the other night and I was like, I'm done because I didn't eat. I didn't drink. I feel like shit. I woke up and it happens on my days off because I want to relax. And I'm like, that's not how you relax. That's not how you relax. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm more mature now. I think I'm just like stepping into like my adult pants, like really.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I don't want it.
Well, because I don't miss being hungover. No, not at all. Like I love the fact that
and you get it now more so after the weight loss. 100%. Like I feel like, yeah.
Like when me and my husband, back in February, we were like, before COVID, well, it was here. We just didn't know it was here.
Yes.
It was here. We knew in January, but it's just February. So
we're living in denial.
Yeah. So we just randomly went up into this place in Oregon. It's called Bend. It's really pretty. And I told him, I was like, I feel like we need to do something. And so we just went up there, stayed the night there. And I was like old Melanie. We went to bars and I was just like, I only do tequila shots. I don't do mixed drinks. Yeah, I was doing shots like nobody's business. And like we went to 2 other bars we started like grouping with people because that's what I do. We just start talking to people.
Yeah. You guys are very social.
We are. And we take you to bar with us. And we had a great old time. I don't remember the last bar. Somehow I spent $80. I have no idea.
She's like, no idea. Buy drinks for everybody.
Seriously, I even called them and I was like, did I really spend it?
You did not.
I totally did. Oh my God. We were only there for an hour. So I was like, what the fuck? How was that even possible?
Yeah.
That's because that's what my thing. I was like, did someone take my card and you like, or was I like, I'll buy everybody shots?
Which is probably what happened.
But I woke up the next day feeling like full garbage. Like I thought I was dying. Like it was awful. Like me and Eric on the way home were like, we might have to just stop and sleep. Like I don't know what we're gonna do. Like we felt disgusting. And I've never drank like that again. I'll have like a shot or 2.
And then you stop.
And I just keep drinking my water. I'm like, nope. It's not worth that.
I've drank a little bit since surgery. Mainly like her husband makes bomb margaritas. Like from scratch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Margaritas.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. And so I've drank a few, but nothing like.
I haven't seen you tipsy or anything. So.
I've been like maybe a little bit floaty. Nothing more than that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can't. It just like upsets my tummy. I can't. I tried doing like a shot and nope, that immediately came back up. And of course, that tastes disgusting. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do shots prior to surgery. It's only been after too. I can. Take
really?
It's not even a deal. Yeah, it's a whole new thing for me.
Oh wow.
You started in Mexico, right? For your 30th? Because that was the first time you drank.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I like how I remember and she doesn't.
I didn't want to. I was just trying to make sure I wasn't lying because I was like, wait, was there one time before that? And I'm like, no, there really wasn't. No.
I haven't done shots, so.
Yeah, I don't advise it. I mean, it's not good for us anyway.
It's not.
Like I don't even. I smack my own hand because I drink, Bangs, and like I know you shouldn't have those either. So like I stopped. I just stopped recently because the carbonation. Job. I know. You know what? I want to lead by example. Other people should know like this is not okay. You shouldn't be doing it. And if you're gonna put yourself through like a life-threatening surgery, at least take care of what you're doing to your body now. So yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, advice.
I told you I like helping others more. Okay, so.
I know, I'm same here. Because Kelly has to remind me sometimes. I feel
I know it's so hard, and I'm like, I don't know, but I know I've been figuring out routine is just such. It's key.
That it is key. It's routine is number one.
Our body craves it.
It craves routine, and like I feel better when I'm on a routine. Like. These are the things that we do, and these are the times that we do it.
Yeah.
Like,
well, so I was listening to this podcast, and I need to go fact check myself after I say this. So
okay.
I will preface this before I say it. There was a doctor on Whitney Cummings' podcast. I sent it to you and Marcus.
Yes.
Okay. He talks about how when you wake up, you need to look at something outside for like 20, like just be outside, just look outside, basically. He said he would prefer the sun, but that's just not going to happen.
Well.
But it helps your body wake up because every cell in your body is actually on a 24-hour clock.
Oh.
So there's a reason why there's 24 hours in a day, and it matches what's in your body and how your body reacts to it for sun and nighttime, and why you need to be on a routine. So your body only has to process this at this time every day. When you start making it out of whack, you're making your body do too much. And that's how you can cause.
And see, that's what's happening to me is that I'm up all night and then I'm in a room with LED lights.
Yeah, I know.
And then I come home and then I can't fall asleep because I'm wired, and so then I won't go to sleep till 10 a.m. And then I sleep until like 2 and then I'm up.
Not enough sleep.
I know it's terrible. And I'm trying to that's why my husband's like, I'm just going to go back to work full time. Like I can't have you be like this. I just can't
with
function.
Your mood.
Yes.
Well, and
he's
it's
like,
hard
you're
to
so
be
cranky.
Yeah,
it is. I'm cranky. I'm not eating or drinking properly. I feel like I'm just constant brain fog.
We're not meant to be working in the nighttime. It's just not a thing.
No.
Yeah, it's not good for you. It actually it cuts off 5 to 10 years of your life.
Yes, it does.
If you work graveyards and
well,
shit.
There you go, Cody.
That's why I yell at your husband all the time.
Yeah, my husband works nights too.
Yeah,
so
I don't
goes to work
no.
He drives semis.
Okay.
So he goes to work at 8 p.m. and then he comes home between 10 and 11 and he goes to sleep and then he's up at 6:45.
Yeah, like he gets 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours sleep.
Yeah, that's still not good.
No.
Well, and then on Saturdays, he stays up all day.
Me too.
Yeah, and then he sleeps the night.
Yeah.
And then the next day, he's got to sleep during the day. Like
that's exactly what I do.
So actually,
it's so hard because it's like you also want to spend time with the people that you love, and it's just like he's like, trust me, I'd rather you sleep. And I was like, I get that, but it's just
well, it's hard because like after surgery, you have to listen to your body.
Yeah,
and that's like one of the biggest things that I can. If you don't get anything out of this podcast, it's like just get that at least. Just
listen to your body.
Yep, because we're all so different, and like, we need sleep as part of that process. It's super important.
It's hard for me too. I mean, I'm a morning person because I'll be messaging you at 3 a.m.
I don't get it. I'm like,
I already know when you guys will be up. I'm like, okay, I'll just post that this time because I know they'll respond.
Exactly. And there's some people that will message me and they'll be like, "Morning, Kelly," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Because they know, like,
they know I'm awake.
Kelly's got the morning, and then I got all the afternoon and night. So it's like if it's during the day, it's me. If it's morning,
Because I mean, literally, I go to bed at 9 p.m.
I know,
and I'm awake at 3. Like,
that's awesome.
Sleep.
Okay, well, I mean, like for my husband, that'd be awesome because he always tries to go to bed by 10 p.m. and get up at 4 to work out for 2 hours before our daughter gets up. But now she's starting to wake up every morning at 6:30.
Yeah.
Oh, because she's getting used to your guys' schedule.
Yep. Yeah. So now we're even waking her up earlier so that they can go to the park in the morning when it's still dark out. Cause she thinks that's like so cool. And then, so then it like wears her out. So at least during my nap during midday, she crashes hard and we just sleep together.
Oh, there you
go. I don't. Yeah. So it's just,
which by the way, side story on your husband, if you have not seen her husband's photo on Instagram, go and look because
which he has a strange name. I know a lot of people are like, "What his name?" But that's a hot pink middle. So he's like, "I'm not changing it. I don't care."
No, I mean, be you.
That was like his gamer tag name from when I first met him.
That's so funny. Yeah. His transformation, because we talked about it in part 1.
Yeah.
And he hadn't posted it yet. And you posted that and I was like, holy crap, like that is a transformation.
100%. I know. I that's why it's like that's just his body weight. He's just doing calisthenics.
Yes.
Awesome.
And that's all you actually have to do.
Exactly. So I'm like, it's motivating. It's like realizing you don't need to go anywhere. You can literally do this in your house.
Seriously.
Exactly.
When you think about like, you guys all know me, like I'm very logical about things. And it's like, we're put on this earth. We weren't meant to like be fucking weightlifting and what we were meant to like at least like handle our own body weight.
Yes.
Like that's what we're made to be able to do. And so it's like your body can do a lot of these crazy things. You just have to like let it.
Yeah.
So yeah, just doing body weight stuff. I love just doing body weight stuff. But that's actually how I think I got my butt.
Oh, probably.
I did a lot of squats and just a lot of squats. A lot of just body weight squats.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, I've toned my arms just through yoga.
Yeah.
And that's basically your body weight.
Well, it was funny when we were doing the wedding because I carried both of those things and you're just like, I can't believe you and your whatever you said and like muscles or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, I used to weigh like 100 more pounds on this shit. Like this is not a deal.
Yeah. You're like, I used to carry. Yeah. Yeah. You used to carry around a lot more than that.
A lot of weight. Oh yeah. So it's like I can carry these fucking things.
Yeah. You're like,
but that's the NSV. Like I'm still having NSVs like 5 years later. Like
that's so cool.
Like what is your like most recent NSV?
Oh dude, something just recently happened too. Like I even thought about posting it, but I'm so bad at posting. I should just post what I post in my stories on my page.
There you go.
Just do it.
I should. I overthink it. And then I don't post for like days and then I blow it up and then I disappear again.
Just post when you want to post. And I
know.
We like it.
Yeah.
I know.
We love seeing the daily posts.
I know. I really need to. It's that anxiety. I need to see a doctor. I need to get on some anxiety meds. It's just terrible.
Girl, are you going to give me an NSV?
Oh, shit. God. Okay. Well, I can't remember.
Stories.
But like my favorite one is when my husband picked me up.
Oh,
yes.
I wasn't expecting it. And he picked me up with such ease. I was like, oh my God, I've never in my life experienced that. Like I had it in my boarding school because I had a boyfriend there and we were both, but he was big, you know, like, and he could pick me up. I was really big then. So, but it wasn't like this. This was like, my hips, like my whole body is above his hips, like wrapped around. So it felt really awesome.
The first time that Cody picked me up, I was shocked. Like, and he did it like you said, like just out of the blue, like not planned. And I was just like, oh, you can pick me up. Okay.
You're like, oh wait, I'm not gonna fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, and I caught mine on recording because I was
about to
I was about to dab and he just came in and I was like, oh my God. Like it's right before I went blonde.
Oh, so, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you post that?
Yeah. I'll repost it.
Okay, yeah, because
I forget that I can go back to old pictures and just repost them because I'm sure not everyone scrolls through to hundreds of photos.
Well, yeah, so, and like we're still new, to most people, most of our friends and our OSLP family, and so we appreciate all the posts, like even if they're old, like we see and know
I'm
you
just gonna do that because I don't know. I'm having fun creating like these hashtags and stuff. Like I want to do another one.
Yes, do it.
So
I say just do it.
Are you finding that you have like more passions now or
yeah,
than you did
I
before?
like, yeah,
Like, what are your new ones?
I found out I'm really good at like marketing myself.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know how good I was. I never understood it. And I'm like, oh, that stuff's scary, you know, but like, I've been marketing myself so much. Like I won a Botox. I got my head. They still need to touch it up because I still have those wrinkles. It was supposed to be today, and I was like, oh wait, no, I'm gonna be on a podcast. I don't want my face all red. Like, so I canceled that next week. And then I was trying to win this out of their giveaway, and they just happened to post in their stories that they're looking for models for their advanced trainers for lip injection.
Oh my gosh.
So I wrote her and I was like, I just lost 180 pounds. Like, I'm trying to find like the woman in me. I'm feeling great. Like, please, can you like pick me? And she did. And I went in.
Wow.
Yeah. Like within next week I was in. So
nice.
I need to post the videos I have because I took videos of her injecting my lip with the needle. Like it didn't, not painful, nothing. At the same time, I have wrinkles right here. So they filled that in too to soften it. All for free.
Oh my goodness.
Then they loved me so much. I don't know. I've never felt so loved in my life, but I think it's because I'm going to admit it for once. I'm social.
Yes.
I don't realize how social I am and how much of a talker I am until I start talking.
Until you're on a podcast.
Yeah. Right.
Were you like that before?
I guess I was. My friends told me once you knew me, there was no shutting me up.
Okay.
Like, but I was just talking to my friend Kendra, who's from my middle school. And she was like, yeah, it's actually like, I thought you were too cool for me. So I didn't really speak around you. I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah. I thought you were like too cool for me. And yet like we were sharing our friend Shelly but we didn't hang out until high school and then we clicked. But I just found that out last week about her. And I'm like, how crazy what people think about you.
Yeah, the perception of what they think.
Yeah, because I was just shy. I didn't want to talk to anyone. Like, I was just the fat little gothic girl just in the black hoodies. Like, stay away from me.
Gotta love those gothic girls.
Yeah, we do.
I was gothic all through high school.
Yeah.
Which is funny when you look at me now and I'm like, oh, yeah, no.
Oh, trust me. I feel like I'm like super girly now.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I was always girly. I was just very gothic. Girly, like, I didn't want anybody to fucking talk to me. So I wore black. I had anarchy symbols on my hoodies. Like everything. That's funny.
I forgot about that.
I love that hoodie.
Yeah. There's something I was going to say too, and I can't remember what it was.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
We've actually we did our photo shoot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the first outfit I wore was actually more geared towards like the old high school me.
Oh, I loved it.
And Melanie was like, you need to dress like this more often because this is you. And I'm like,
dress like who you are, because I think that's the biggest thing when you go through the surgery. You get to find out who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And you are going back to your roots, but you're more like a fun roots because you're not gothic anymore.
Yeah.
Like you can still wear those clothes, you know,
have a personality.
That's how I feel too. And I'm just like still in the stages. Because that was the last question you guys asked. That's what it was.
Okay.
How has your style changed?
Yes. Okay.
Yes. And it really has, because I did not dress girly at all. My friend Kayla would always tell me like, oh, this would look so like she's fashion. Like, and she knows what works for me, everything. So I'm like, okay, when I start actually doing my YouTube channel, you're going to start picking things out. You're going to design it for me. Yeah. So, but, because I wore tons of punk shirts, all black all the time, black nails, all that, and no flowers. And then like I kind of wore flowers when I got to my heaviest, because she got me into being a little bit more girly, because it made me feel a little bit more confident, even though I still hated myself. Like, now I like, but now
I used to tell Melanie all the time, because she would wear jeans and a t-shirt, and I'm like, come on, let's switch it up.
Yeah, that's all I would wear. Different colors. I would go to Target and go to like the the plus size and just be like, oh, okay, white, black, blue, pink, like, and just have, okay, one for each day of the week. We're good. And I just get leggings because I did not wear jeans, nothing of that sort. It was not comfortable.
Leggings wasn't a thing yet.
No.
I was always
she did the jeans and we would go to PacSun.
Yep.
I did PacSun right after I got on my waitlist boarding school because that was like my favorite place for jeans. Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't wear their jeans.
No, just the shirts.
Just the shirts.
Yeah.
Oh no, I went for their jeans. That was the only ones.
Because like I've been big all my life, so I've never been able to fit in like normal jeans.
No,
it's always weird when you go into the store though, and you're like, these are not going to fit me. No. And then you're like, oh, they fit me.
Now they do because I can go into Volcom.
Yeah.
That was my first NSV was going into Volcom and trying on their jeans and it fit immediately and I just bought them and wore them out. I was like, holy shit.
It's the best.
I was like, I am part of that size now. Holy shit. I finally made it. Like that was a deal.
And that's what I need to do. I need to go do that again because of COVID. They're like, you can't try things on. So I'm like, I don't know what size I am. So like, honestly, a lot of my clothes just fall off of me.
Yeah.
Everything is way too big. I have one pair of jeans now that fit with stretchy jeans and then one pair of like actual workout pants, but I just won a Buff Bunny giveaway. So I'm going to get some new ones.
Yeah.
Buff
Congratulations.
Bunny. Thank you.
Yeah. Des.
Welcome.
She's a big influencer. I'll show her to you. She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's truly an inspiration. She's lost a crap ton of weight.
Okay.
And she runs her own athletic wear company. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. She's amazing. And her stuff is cute.
Because she works with Buff Bunny. Like, well, they're influencers and they only have a certain amount. They have like tryouts or something. And I don't know. It's like that motivates me alone to like want to. She just did that competition.
That's right. Yeah. She just did a fit
that
body.
Motivated me. I'm like, I kind of want to do that.
Yeah.
I think I can do that. Like I've never even in my life. Nope. But now I'm like, yeah.
Isn't that funny how your mind changes? Because before I would never think like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
But when I see these girls like, oh my God, like squatting. It's always about squatting.
Yeah. You and your squats.
Like squatting all the weight or being able to throw people around because like we got really into WWE for a while and like oh my God, if someone could teach me how to do a pop-up power bomb, I would be fucking amazing.
Pop-up power bomb.
Oh yeah, like
okay, I need an explanation.
Okay, so this is a pop-up power bomb.
I don't know what that is.
That's fine. So when a person is in front of you, they jump up and they get on your shoulders and then you pull them up even more and then slam them to the wrestling. I would fucking love to be able to throw some around and just go boom.
We need to find like WWE classes.
Oh, so they have them here in Salem.
Really?
She's like, hold up. I already looked it up.
Yeah, right.
That's what we're doing next month.
Like, could we?
Oh, we could totally. Oh, we could film it too.
Oh, fuck yeah. So
good idea.
There is one in Salem. Like, I just don't know because of COVID if you're allowed to do these things because you have to be with people.
Well, your 100%. New job for this week is to call and find out.
Exactly.
Because I would
because you
down.
have to like bounce off the ropes and shit, and that's really fucking hard to do. But like you have to be able to learn how to like drop to your back and then be able to pop up, and that's hard.
I want to know.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Fun. Would you really?
Yeah, I'm totally down.
I'm like super stoked right now.
Okay, you guys heard it here
and
first.
A little scared.
WWE training. It's gonna happen.
Awesome.
No, I'm down. That's the kind of thing. Like my non-scale victories are more like, let's do it. Yeah. Like I shut myself off for so long because I was bedridden.
Yeah.
That I didn't get to experience life for 5 years.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, yeah, let's ride that ride. Let's go to WWE classes. Even it got to the point where like, let's get bikini wax. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. Cause we were like, we've never done it.
No.
Sugaring.
Yeah. My sister.
I haven't done it since. I haven't done it since. I'm like, I have way loose skin now. Like, how is that gonna work out?
I'm sure that they've dealt with that.
But that's a great
but
question.
Seriously, because like my friend did my armpit because, I don't shave. I just it's too inconvenient.
I know. I like that she's just like. Man,
I was gonna post something, but then I've been like I'm like, why am I so self-conscious about it? Because I'm not in real life. I didn't care. I was in boarding school. This is where it started. In my first boarding school, and I wouldn't shave because there was a lot of suicidal girls. We weren't allowed razors. So I would always joke around because it was uniform. So we'd have to wear shorts and a shirt. So I'd always run around and put my legs up and be like, you tired? You want to feel a real man's leg? And because it was all girls. There were no guys around. And I was the guy.
That's so funny.
Oh my God. Yes.
So then you wax, it sounds like?
Oh yeah. But then I don't now. No, I really haven't done anything since my daughter was born. So almost 4 years because she actually turns 4 in 2 days.
Wow. Well, happy early birthday to the baby girl.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing a birthday party?
Not really. I mean, like, we don't have friends. We don't have we don't have anyone down here. That's like what sucks. Yeah. So like, no matter what, we'll do something together. Like because she's with Halloween. So we bought a Halloween, like decorate house, like cookie house.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Like a Christmas one, but a Halloween one.
Yeah.
So we're
cool.
Yeah. And we let her pick out a toy today at Costco and, but then we're going to surprise her with at least another one that she can open. Cause she's a big girl. She can pick her own.
And watch some like Hocus Pocus and
she's been actually watching. She watches stuff with like that with us.
I love
cooking shows. She watches everything, dude. She's so easy. I swear, I have the easiest child ever.
You need the easiest child ever.
Yes,
I know.
You had a rough fucking life. Yeah. So if you get the easy child,
take the win.
Yeah.
She's easy because I used to work in an in-home daycare. So I used to watch 12 kids like by myself.
Oh, you know how to be a parent.
Oh yeah. I know how to handle.
What have you not done? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I mean, that was like my first job. Well, I guess my second. I really haven't had a lot of jobs either because my uncle sheltered me. He didn't want me to do anything. Like I was begging for a job at 15 before like moving. Like, nope, we want you to focus on school. Like, so that's what I did. I went to college. I didn't even apply for college. He applied for me and I was in my boarding schools, got a letter saying I got accepted. I'm like, what's that?
He sounds like he's got control issues.
Just a tiny bit.
Oh yeah, because then I found out years later that he left a $25,000 loan in my name from student loans. And I never once saw any of those checks. My uncle's a multimillionaire. Okay. He has tons of money. He lives on the beach in San Diego. So I don't know why he's doing this to me. I'm assuming control. He hates that he doesn't have control over me anymore. The second I told him off because I wasn't going to go for my occupational therapy degree because I was like, I can't trust what you're doing. Like, I don't trust my family. That sucks to say, but I have never trusted them.
Well, obviously for good reason.
And I mean, I keep trying because I try to see the good in people. I'm just that way. So I'm going to touch in real quick about this because I just want you to know this. Is that when my dad passed away, I was in my first boarding school in North Carolina. He would not let me go see my dad. My dad's first wife begged my uncle to let me talk to him. So I did, but he was so heavily medicated. He barely knew who I was.
Right.
But he passed away. And then I wasn't allowed to go to his funeral because they thought I would run away.
Well, you probably would have.
I don't know if I would have because like, I don't have anyone. That was like my world.
Oh.
Like that's who I would have ran away to.
Oh, okay.
And that's what the fear was in the beginning. That's why because I mean, I was taken by CPS and then I had cops come and get me and I was escorted to North Carolina. And that's how it happened. Then all of a sudden I was sent to a second boarding school and then I was sent to college. I haven't lived with my mom since I was 14.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it sounds like you've been in boarding schools.
Boarding schools or homeless because my mom's house is my uncle's house. And if I didn't do something, as I said, when I was 13, 14, you better believe I was sleeping at the slide in the park.
Wow.
Like my mom didn't think anything because she was always drunk.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't realize that I was sleeping outside, but he said, do not let her in. My mom listened because he's controlled her all her life. So, and I don't know. I had to learn my mom is who she is. I cannot change her. I can only be here for when she wants to be here, but she can't be in my life if she's going to be drinking. She has to be sober to be around us.
Oh yeah.
So,
I think that's a good
important.
boundary.
Yeah, because like that can probably have tons of triggers on you.
Oh yeah, it literally just happened the other day because I've been having a good relationship with her and talking, and I was just trying to let her know what's going on with my work situation, and I just want to let it out. Like, it's stressful.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, well, I don't know what you want me to do. And I'm like, all right, I know she's been drinking. That was a trigger. Like,
defensive. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And I'm like, so whatever. But she apologized. I let it go. I try not to hold on emotions to anything because what does that accomplish?
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing when you go back to like going through surgery, you have to like figure out like who do you want in your life and who do you not want in your life.
Yeah.
Because you have to do a lot more focus on yourself. And I've noticed the people that I've been around that they don't like that.
No,
people really don't like it when you take time for yourself. They want your attention all the time. And it's like, hey man, I'm one person and I can't be everywhere. So, and I need to have time for myself. Like the self-care is a real fucking deal.
Self-care is important. It is super important.
Yeah. And I'm learning, like, because me and Kelly are just talk to her all the time, that I have to just communicate to you and be like, I need you to take care of the day.
Yeah.
I need a day.
Yeah.
And she totally was like awesome and took on the whole day, and I was able to get all the stuff done. So like you have to communicate though. Like you have to have
see, communication. That's what I say to everyone.
Yeah.
Like I learned all this. I took I don't know if you ever heard of landmark education. A lot of people call it a cult.
Oh, okay.
I get why. So if you do look it up.
Okay.
I used to think so. My uncle used to send me to them right after boarding school, college, and they're expensive. It's like an $800 class for 3 days.
Wow.
And it's how to live your life, the best life you can, and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's good, but it won't work unless you really give it your all and you apply the homework assignments and all that. So like I've taken 3 of them, then took one in college, and that's where it clicked. I applied all the homework because that's when I confronted my uncle about me not going to my dad's funeral. And that, like, when I took that class, I don't know, it put a whole bunch of things off my chest with him holding grudges, and then like 5 years later, I found out about the loan, and then I stopped talking to my family, and then but then I learned to let it go again, because it's just like, it makes me so angry. I was angry for 5 years, just screaming and yelling at everyone. Like it's tiring.
It definitely puts things into perspective, because you're like, I don't need to hold on to all this.
Yeah.
Like what's the point?
Yep.
They don't care.
Yeah, they really don't care.
Yeah, so they don't care. So I need to focus on myself and make me feel better. And that's going to be getting the surgery. That's going to be me eating the right foods. That's going to be us like drinking the water and the proteins. Like you have to.
Well, and even right now, like with our podcast, like we are giving this our all. Yeah. And so this takes up a huge chunk of our time.
Yeah.
And some people don't understand that.
Like you guys work.
Yeah. Well, we work.
Yeah.
And so, a lot. Yeah, it's like our days are already planned, and we are doing podcast stuff or talking about podcasts a lot of the time because it is our baby, and people don't understand, or they don't want to understand.
Well, and it's just like scheduling, because like I felt so bad. My mom messaged me 5 times.
I know.
And I had to reschedule. Not like reschedule. I was just like, I tell her no. So many times in a row. And I was like, Mom, I don't want to tell you no again. So let me just pick the day. Because like, what days work for you? And then I'm going to work around you, because our schedules are super crazy. So I'm just like, I can't. And I want to hang out with you. Like, it's really important. Like after, like, I know that we didn't lose our dads in the same way, like, because our family was very close knit there. But like, that I need to give my mom that attention. Like she definitely deserves it. She needs it. And I was like, fuck, I need to see my mom. Like she's gonna get so mad at me. Like it was
Hi,
insane.
Mom.
But she was
you're listening.
And she was super chill. She's like, no, Mel, I get it. Like you're really busy. At least you text me and talk to me.
Your mom has been so supportive.
I know. And this sounds mean, but I was so surprised. And I feel bad that I'm surprised, but I'm very happy.
Oh yeah. It makes you feel validated.
It does. It totally does.
By having that. Yeah. That support. I know my mom has been very supportive, and like she goes on our lives on Thursdays and she says hi. And like there's nothing like that support having it, whether it be family, friends, spouse, you know,
random people online,
people online, or random podcasts that that interview you.
Well, yeah, because we were talking in the car about how like sometimes I think we might know more about someone than their own friends do.
Yeah.
Because of like how close like we are with our followers. We talk to you guys all the time.
Yeah.
So
and we take it to heart. Like when we say we love you, like
we care.
We care for you guys. It's very close to our heart.
You know, it's weird because before when people would be like, oh, I love you. I'm like, okay, why do you say that?
Yeah.
You know, like that mentality before I didn't understand that. But like when I'm rooting for you and I'm cheering you on, like I'm really doing that. Like, it's exciting to see other people hit their, you know, Wonderland or non-victory scales, whatever it may be. And when I see them get frustrated over gaining, I'm like, don't take what you have, turn it around. You know, are you monitoring your food? Are you tracking your steps? If you don't see what you're doing, you won't know what to change.
Exactly.
And you have to, we need that reminder of like, just check everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Or like
yourself
when people are scared to go into surgery, like giving them that boost of saying like, hey, it's going to be okay. Like, just breathe. It's okay to be scared.
And that's what's been hard for me, because now I've been going on Facebook and joining all the groups there and trying to like, you know, talk on, because that's where I found you, Mel. And, and I don't know, you just, oh my God, I just totally brain farted.
Happens. We totally understand.
Yeah, it happens quite often.
Yeah, oh my God.
Well, is there anything else you think you want to add from your story from that we didn't get from first time till now?
No, no.
I
mean, it would just really make sure with the test, everything's being ran. And I would even make sure that when you're getting your blood drawn, like, why can't they just test it then? Mine didn't get tested at all. Like, might as well just check and see. It'll be overly cautious. Like, and make sure you're really taking the classes to heart. Because I know my roommate wanted to do it and they want to have her a whole year worth of classes.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, don't think of that. Don't look at that like as negatively. Look at that as like
positive. Yeah.
Yes. You don't understand. You don't want to be left in the dark. Like, cause that's what it felt like for me.
I think people think it's an obstacle.
Yes.
So they think negatively about it. And it's like, no, like, this is actually really good for you. You need to have this. These steps are very important.
Yes. Because it's going to make you more successful in the end. Completing that and knowing the steps that you need to take, like you said, to be
I think there should be more therapy too.
100%.
Because I saw one psychiatrist and they just approved me and they're like, you were that close. And I'm like, yeah, that close, because I'm living with an alcoholic mother. I told you if I were out of that situation, I'm A-okay. Like,
well, Melanie was the same. She only did 1 30-minute session.
It didn't even last 30 minutes. I was like,
no, it was so quick. It was
I
stupid.
went once a month for 6 months.
Oh, see, like I wish that was a requirement, because it is.
Yeah, it is so beneficial to figure out why you are doing the things that you're doing, why you're gaining weight, why you can't stop eating. Like there is a why there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it's so important to figure that out to be able to be successful.
Not the why that you think it is.
Yeah, not your why of like why you do surgery, why you're doing surgery, like the why of like, for me personally, I figured out I was trying to take control of my life in the only way that I knew how. And that was food. And that was eating everything that I wanted to eat.
Yeah.
But my why is completely different.
Yep.
So think about that, guys.
Yeah. If you had to think about the second why.
Yes. The second why. I like it. All right.
Yes.
All
well,
right.
thank you so much. We love you.
I want to give you one more tip. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Because I need to post about this too, because I started Kegel Friday.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
And I want to still do it throughout the week, but for Flex Friday, Kegel Friday.
Yeah.
So you know how people do stop drop selfies? I'm going to start doing stop drop Kegel. So that's what I'm going to start doing during the weeks. And the reason why I also want to say this is because obviously not only is it good to do it, not overly do it, but
is there overly?
Well, like, you know, they say if you like do it too much, it's not good. I don't know, like but like this is like excessive. You don't need to go excessive, like
not like 300 or something.
Yeah, no, like, you know, I used to do 30 like in the morning, noon, night, to do 100 during the day, and that's what I did when I was pregnant. That's probably why my daughter came out in 45 minutes.
Wow.
Like it was quick. But not only that is when, you know how you feel too full when you're drinking and it's like it almost feels like it's going to come up. Do some Kegels. It pushes it through your intestines.
Good to know.
Oh my God.
I know. I was like, dude, I have some tips I want to say on this podcast because I know I've never heard anyone say that, but when, you know, they make you drink that stuff before surgery and they put that machine in front of you. The guy told me, he's like, I know this is going to sound very bizarre, but can you do some Kegels, please? And I was like, why? And he's like, because it pushes it through. We can see all through your intestines a lot faster. So I was like, got it. So when I'm really full and I need to keep that water in, I just sit there and I do Kegels after Kegels, trying to just get it through until I feel relaxed.
This is the best part of this entire episode. Hilarious. That's awesome. I love it.
Thank you. We appreciate that too.
And then tag us in your stop drop Kegels.
Oh, I was like, did you say strap on? I didn't say anything about that.
No, we're not that kind of podcast,
Nikki. My bad. Yes, I will definitely tag you because I want to do it throughout the week too, but then I want to do like a post for every Flex Friday just to keep it going.
You do it. I love it.
Thanks.
All right. Well, thank you for being on the pod.
Thank you.
Love you, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Love you too.
Bye. Bye.